Just real quick side note here, I'm going to try a last ditch effort to refurbish this 1981 only trim that goes on the door panel. What I've done where these posts have broken off, I've very carefully drilled a little divot, put a piece of tape where my drill wouldn't accidentally go through. And what I'm going to do on this old trim piece, I'm going to cut these posts off. I'm going to try to embed them in there with super glue and see how that works. In the process of reassembling the door panels, as you may remember, the new old stock insert on the other side had one broken mounting post right here. I went with a different route besides the super glue. I'll show that right quick. I tried this stuff that supposedly works for ABS. That's what we got here. Quick setting epoxy. It said it cures in 1 hour, but I let it dry for a day just to be on the safe side. So, as you recall, the post was broken off of this panel as well. So, going to see if this repair works. I've got a nut on here. I'm going to carefully tighten it. It didn't break. Wonderful. So now I can try the other that goes. There's one that goes here and one that goes here. This one here was intact, so I'm just going to tighten this one back down very carefully. Very carefully. And now for the repaired one. It tightened. Alright, so that piece is back on. Nice and solid. I'm happy with that. Seems to have done a good job with that product right here, JB Weld plastic weld. And I'll pop the power window switch back in. Should be able to stick this back on. Oh, I forgot to mention, I found a new old stock window felt that fits properly. The reproduction one didn't go up and over the lip of the door panel like it's supposed to, so that's perfect now. And I have one on the way for the driver's side. So this turned out real slick. I'm happy with it. That new old stock piece looks really nice. Got it in nice and even all the way across now. It's not sticking out on this side like the old one did with the broken post. So overall, awesome. And once again, there's the new old stock door lock switch. That looks awesome. And then I took some Novus plastic polish, did 3, 2, and 1, and got this piece real nice and shiny like it's supposed to be. Almost like brand new. So, and then the door handles, the mounting screws will hold the middle section in. I'm working on this driver's side trim piece, the 1981 only trim piece. And what I found, this is pretty good stuff right here to re-glue these posts back on. That's not going anywhere. I like it better than the epoxy I tried and the regular super glue. So I am going to harvest one post off of the old trim piece on the passenger side, the padded blue piece, the insert, and I have a mounting post broken on the driver's side panel. So I'm going to employ some of this to repair that and see how it goes. I think it'll work pretty well. This stuff doesn't mess around. Let's give this a shot. Apply a little pressure there for a minute. And I'll let that dry up. Another thing I have, new old stock GM felt. Get this ill-fitting aftermarket stuff off. Out with the aftermarket and in with the genuine GM. Just roll it off. Look like one of the tabs got broke. And we got one being stubborn. There it goes. Yeah, got a little plastic piece broke out there. That's been like that a while because it's not sitting in there from just now. Then I'm going to prep the inside edge and go ahead and spray that off the dark blue color. Here's a look at this before I polish it. And then I'm going to show it after. I'm going to use the Novus 123 system and see how it goes. Some time has elapsed. Here's what it looks like after the Novus session. Almost mirror-like now for the 1981 only trim piece for the door panel. All the later ones had a more brushed aluminum look. Weren't near this shiny. This seems to be more durable, so I don't know why they got away from this version. But I'm glad I have it. And as a side note, I banged these posts up against the table inadvertently and they did not break off, so that gives me more confidence that the repair will hold. Time to see if I can get this window felt on. Mint in the package. Genuine GM. And there's the part number. It goes right here. Now, should have a way to cut that open. That's why we always cut away from our body, because if the scissors slip, it's going to get a ruined day. And that is a lovely piece. This is another case of patience really helps. Got one on. Believe that's lined up. Once it starts, it goes on a lot easier. That's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to come over that edge of the door panel, that lip of the seal. And then it's got the proper felt on it. That's what I remember from childhood right there. Now it's time to reinstall this piece of trim. Notice my repairs held as I tighten those nuts. Looking proper. And I did the same exact thing to the other side. About ready to reinstall door panel. Cleaned and waxed. Redressed out the wire with some new electrical tape. Repainted the bolts black like it's supposed to be. Very good. Window switch is up. Handy household tip, this will keep the screws from backing out just a little bit. There it goes, finally. Guess we don't need any mail today. The mail guy just went by. Done. And that window felt fitment is perfect. So here is all the door panels completed. Thank you for watching.